Right then, so we have our Webpack dev server all set up and running now, but we just saw that this is only good when we're in a development mode, because at the minute it's only serving up these virtual files and it's not spitting any real code out into bundle.js when we use that. So if we want to build this for production, we need to actually create the resulting bundle.js file so that then we could upload it to a server somewhere. So inside our package.json file, we have a serve script for running our Webpack server, and it's serving up these virtual files. This is our development script, if you like, which is good for when we're working on our site. But now let's make another script which is actually going to produce our final bundle and spit out the real code to this file. So to do that, we can just use this thing which we used before, Webpack. But what we're going to do is take off the watch file, because we're only typically going to build this once when we want to build it for production. We don't need to watch files anymore and rerun this when we're making changes, because that's what the development script is for. So we're going to run this to build the application. Now, I called this one serve to serve it up when we're developing. I'm going to call this one build, because we can say npm run build now, and that is going to run the normal Webpack file like we did before. It's going to run all of this. It's going to take our source files and spit them out into this file right here, the bundle.js. So now we have one script for building and one script for development, serve. So that's good. Now I'm going to delete this Babel script because we don't need that anymore at the minute. What we'll be doing is eventually incorporating Babel into our Webpack config. But anyway, now we have these two scripts right here. So let me just save that. And now we have that. I could come down here to the bottom. I'm going to cancel out of this process by pressing Control-C and pressing yes. And then I'm going to say npm run build, like so. And that is going to run this script. It's going to run Webpack. And then hopefully if we open up bundle.js, we can see all of that code. So that is our build script. And if we wanted to now, we could take this dist folder and upload it to a server somewhere. Now there's one more thing I'd like to talk about in this video. So you see this big yellow warning message that we get every time we run any kind of Webpack command. This is saying we've not set a mode for our script that we're running here. So setting a mode for Webpack tells it whether we're going to be building for development or for production. Now a development mode would make the Webpack process and build much quicker, but the output files are not going to be optimized as much. And the production mode is going to make the Webpack process slower to run. However, it does much more to the code and makes the output file more efficient and smaller in file size, which is what we want for production when we're uploading that file. So ideally, we want this thing right here to be run in development mode, so it's quicker, and we want this thing right here to be run in production mode, so it's slower, but it's optimizing our code more, so when we deploy it, it's going to be better for the end user. So how do we define these modes? Well, all we do is come inside the scripts, and at the end we do double dash, then mode, and then we say what mode we want. Now for the build, we want production. And for serve, we want to say mode and then development. So now we are specifying these different modes for these different scripts. And if I come down to the bottom now over here, I'm going to clear first of all. And now I'm going to say npm run build. We should no longer see that warning. So press enter and we don't get that big yellow warning anymore. It still builds everything for us and it does this in production mode. And now if I say npm run serve this time, then it's going to run it in development mode, and we see we don't get that big yellow error, or rather warning again. We just get all of this information, and now we could preview this in localhost 8080, which has come onto my browser over here. So let me put it over here, inspect, and go to the console, and this all still works. So now we have a nice workflow. We have one script for development, and we have one script for production. So in the next video, what I'd like to do is reintroduce Babel and see how we can join these two technologies together. So essentially run Babel through our Webpack config file so that when we build our JavaScript, it's going to convert all of that modern JavaScript into older syntax, which is widely supported.